When we originally set up Lion Academy Trust, our focus was very much to create a learning community, starting with creating assessment proficiency schools. And the term assessment proficiency is very much about being reflective of your practice, identifying what you need to do to get better, and across all our key stakeholders, it's a fundamental element of what we do well. We've broken that into an assessment proficient learner, an assessment proficient teacher, an assessment proficient leader, and ultimately that equals a school who is always self-evaluating and is focused on school improvement, which we call a assessment proficient school.
Why did you choose to come to the maths table?
Because I had to learn about the dinosaurs matching eggs in the right amount.
How did you get the sticker that's on your jumper?
Because I told about you and my learning.
It's very much a child-centred approach. It's about children who know what they need to work on, supported by the teachers.
Can you tell me what you've been learning, how you've been learning to improve your reading?
Yes, you've been learning how to clarify.
Yeah, and that is asking questions, defining words and rereading.
What does that mean to you?
That means rereading is when if you don't understand something, you go back and read it again.
Fundamentally, they need to understand what it is that they are good at and how are they active participants in that. It's that understanding and knowledge of them, taking ownership of their learning versus a teacher always telling them what they need to learn or them waiting for someone to support them.
So your targets are to be able to elicit meaning, so to find meaning from words and phrases and to think about themes. Why do you think your target is to do that? Why is it important that we can do that when we're reading any type of work?
So we can understand what the story is about. Because if we didn't, then it'd just be, oh yeah, she's been hurt. It doesn't matter who it is. But if we do that, then we can find out it's about guilt and power. So she suddenly lost all the power and Pip has gained it. So it makes us want to think, well, what's going to happen next?
Good.
What's going to happen to Joe Gardry?
It gives us a deeper understanding of the text. Like it's not only she got hurt, like Joe said. It gives us a deeper understanding who hurt her, who tried to murder her, who doesn't like her, like who wants to hurt her. Like.
Good.
Emmanuel, what do you think about yours?
I find it's covering a little bit more because I want to go into a greater depth because I only know the basic ones like should, could, must.
Alright, so you know them, but you maybe want to keep working on it a little bit more so that they become a bit more fluid in your writing.
The idea and the ethos behind it was if the children are able to articulate what they're learning and identify what they need to do to get better, then that would help them improve and it would help them have ownership of their learning.
Yes, we want the kids to be independent, but you need to provide them opportunities in all spheres of learning to be independent and they're able to sort of comment and look at their learning.
So obviously if they can identify what they're learning and well and then what they need to improve, they can actually inspire and challenge themselves to move that learning on without being told. So that to me is a successful independent learner.
What we've noticed is that when children are active learners, the teachers facilitate that learning, they make better than average progress. In particular, our disadvantaged children who have language factors, the continual discussion, talk teams, talk partners, being able to, answer questions or, reason or peer or self-assess means they're actively engaged in every part of the lesson.
And the teachers in Barclay really taught us that we learn from our mistakes. And if you fail, that's okay. You could just learn from try again.
I'm happy what I'm doing, and I love math so much. Like before I've been struggling with now I'm really good because I moved down, and that's where I belong.
The children who come through are very sort of aware of their abilities and what they need to do to improve. They've been doing it for so many years that they are very, very independent by the time they leave.
An assessment proficient school is a school that at all those levels has a firmly embedded process of developing children who are independent, critical thinkers, who take ownership of their learning, teachers who are constantly reflecting on their practice, who are constantly adapting their teaching to the needs of the school or to the needs of an individual child, and the leaders that are supporting that, creating a culture of excellence and driving that school improvement every single day. And it's that ultimately is what makes our schools successful.